Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today's video is going to be another transformation video. My client here has scarring alopecia, which basically means that there are some areas in her crown that will not grow back. So we're going to be doing an alternative weaving technique on her. But she is natural, so we decided to do a full virgin relaxer on her sides and her back because we are going to be blending her hair in with some extensions all in the crown. So I went ahead and did the relaxer and a full color. The color that I use is a plant-based color. It is ammonia free. So it is one of those colors that is a lot healthier for the hair in respects to a client who has gotten a fresh relaxer. But it is a demi-permanent color. So this is not something that I would say to do at home. I definitely say leave it to a professional or a cosmetologist, in better words. So the foam that I used on her hairline is our new Elite Silk Wrap Foam. That foam is available by going to EliteHairCareUSA.com. Now for the crown of her head, she did have some growth. So to protect that hair, I used some of the Elite Silk Wrap Foam just to mold the hair in a circular motion. And then we are going to be protecting this area using the Growth Protect system. Now, a lot of you have asked, what is Growth Protect? You can get it at almost any one of your beauty supply stores in urban areas. It is almost like a silicone water-soluble solution, but it has to be applied in the proper way. With this technique, you do need to make sure that you are protecting the hair. That is the most important part. So what I did was I started with the Elite Silky Wrap Foam only because I needed to be able to mold the hair in a circular motion. And then I used some styling gel. I don't really have a preference of the gel. It just needs to be one that gets very hard. And I also used some end papers, which is the wrap papers that you'd use when you're doing a rod set, just as an added layer of protection. Keep in mind, guys, this is a very temporary style. This is not something that she's going to wear for more than 2 weeks because guess what? Bacteria likes cold, dark places. And eventually this area is going to soften because we all sweat. She has moisture, perspiration, all of that good stuff. So this is only going to last her for the most 2 weeks. So she'll be back for, of course, a redo of the same thing, if not a different style. Now, I didn't want any dry spots when I used the end papers, so I went back over it with a little bit more styling gel. And then she goes under the dryer for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how long it takes. Everyone is going to be different, but this area needs to be thoroughly dried. It cannot be partially dried. It has to be dry and hard because you do not want to run the risk of bacteria growing in those places. Now, you did not see the part where I put the Growth Protect solution on her hair or on the area that we just covered, which I did. That is the reason why it's that shiny or glossy color. So no glue is going to be able to penetrate this barrier whatsoever. She has almost 3 layers to 4 layers of protection before we even got to the glue phase. So now you're just going to see me applying the actual tracks using the glue. The glue is literally only touching the silicone solution, which is the Grow Protect solution, on top of the end papers. So as I said, this is not going to be damaging to the hair. It's not something that we have to worry about glue penetrating. And I'm also using 30-second glue that dries almost on contact. So for her tracks, I did split the weft because I wanted it to be a lot thinner in regards to, well, let me say it this way. I didn't want it to be very bulky. And this is something that you can do if needed. Some stylists like to use the full weft, but when you're trying to blend it with natural hair, it needs to mimic the actual natural hair. Her hair texture is automatically fine textured, so I'm not going to use any type of bulky weave. And splitting the weft allows me to have a lighter installation because she's not used to this. So you don't want something that's going to be very heavy on the head. Now, for the closure, this is something that I learned to do years ago because I used to struggle when it came on time to close the middle of my quick weaves or my weaving units. So I use my shears and actually do a circular motion with the hair first, and then put that circular piece that I just made right in the middle and close it off with my finger. So we're gonna go ahead and start trimming her. Now I'm using my razor for this part because remember, we have to make that hair or give it the illusion that it's actually her hair and blend it in with her hair on the sides and the back. So if I use my shears, it might come out with a blunt line. And I didn't want any type of bluntness in this particular style because we are doing a shorter style on her head. So I use my razor just to kind of take away that hard line and just put some jagged roughness or texture into the hair. Now for the remainder of the cut, I did go back through and do a little bit of layering in the crown area. And then this part you actually didn't get to see. I went back and I molded the extension hair and her hair together using the Elite Silk Wrap Foam, because that area is not going to lay down and you want it to appear seamless. You want it to appear as if it was her hair, even though we know that it is extensions. So I molded the area again. And I literally put it under the dryer for about 15 to 20 minutes just to get it dry. I didn't make it sopping wet. I only used it just to hold down the sides and the back so that it looked like it was her hair. This is not a step that I would say to skip because it's very important unless you're doing a longer style. But because it's a shortcut, you do definitely want to mold that area just to make it appear seamless. Now for the curls, I'm just using the titanium iron. I did spray a little bit of Sebastian Shaper Plus on her hair, and I did use a little of our Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum. Not much because we didn't want the extension hair to appear heavy. So that's very important. And with our Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum, a very little amount goes a long way. So you don't want to use anything over a nickel size depending on what it is being used for. The Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum can also be found on our site at EliteHairCareUSA.com. Now, my client, of course, did not want anyone to see her. So if you notice the magazine up, that is because we just wanted to protect her. And of course, I protect my client's wishes. And it's not a necessity that your face is seen in our videos. So we're working on another way for us to be able to shield the face, probably with a decorated face shield. So going forward, you won't have to see a magazine and they'll still be able to cover their face when needed. But you guys, please comment and just tell my client thanks for allowing me to film this video so you got to see another alternative for those of you who have scarring alopecia, because without these videos, you'd never know that there's actual hope for a hairstyle going forward. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also thumbs up this video and comment down below and tell me what you thought about this new transformation style on my client here. Of course, this technique is not new, but it's something where a lot of stylists don't like to show it because they want to keep all the nuggets to themselves. So instead, I'm showing you guys how it can be done. But don't forget to comment down below, as I said before, and tell me what you think about this style on her. I thought it was absolutely amazing, and she definitely loved it. Also, for those of you who are watching, if you use code YouTube, YOUTUBE, you'll save an additional 15% off by going to EliteHairCareUSA.com on any of our hair repair and hair regrowth products. But I'll let you guys look at the finished style, and thanks again for watching. Bye!